Alright, so old gaming guru
Molly's
here.
still waiting.
And as you can tell, I'm back trying to solve this particular Fallout puzzle with Jake and, of course, Molly. Alright, so Molly wants to talk to me.
Is there a problem?
You worry too much, dude. Okay, this is pretty hard for me to say, but
Let's see
think
what Molly
I
wants.
kinda like you. Hey, I'm not being soppy or anything. I'm still a badass. I just think it's nice to have someone like you with me. I'm glad to call you a friend.
Okay, let's see if that
So,
works.
just friends? Nothing more than that?
Oh, you know, I didn't mean like that, dude. But yeah, cool that you like me too, I guess.
Okay, well, I failed my persuasion check. Alright, so after getting stuck here and then starting this over, what I found was I unlocked this computer. Let's take that. I unlocked this computer and then went and talked to Jake, and I got an advance. Okay, so that's the good news. And I'm supposed to search down here for anything. Okay, figure out how to power up the equipment. So after unlocking that computer, I then got that, and this door all of a sudden became available. So all good so far. Okay, and let's take stuff. Okay, so far that was good. The quest is advancing, and that appears to be the solution so far. Alright, let's see if there's anything else here I need to take. Okay, well that was pretty profitable, but now I'm overburdened.
Hey.
Let's trade with Molly.
Sure, give me your crap, why don't you?
Mm-hmm. Let's give her some stuff here. Stuff that's heavier. So that should get me out of my weight problem. It does. Alright, so now let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. Alright, so it says now figure out how to power up the equipment. Let's jump over. Hub of the problem is our quest. Clues and how to power up. Okay. So by the way, Hub of the problem supposedly has a lot of breaks. So you've got to be really careful what you do. Right now, I'm just trying to power up the equipment. Okay, no power here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What you messing with there?
All right.
Well, I'll be.
Okay, we got another
Looks
cutscene.
like
Good,
Vault-Tec
good,
had
good, good.
themselves a ASAM printer. But I think its printing days are long behind it. They must have needed a steady supply of sensors to experiment with. Guess they got tired of buying them from Robco. Say, if this thing could construct a whole sensor, then let me check something.
Okay. So, supposedly, if you aren't getting cutscenes on every level, you've broken. And just Google
Woohoo,
Hub of the
jackpot.
Problem.
You know, a
and you'll
machine
find a
can't
bunch
make
of stuff
something
in
if it
different
don't got the
forums.
schematics for it.
Okay,
What are you
now-
talking about?
Well, would it surprise you to learn that this thing has a copy of the schematics needed to build ASAMs? I wonder who Vault-Tec paid off for that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just download a copy
All
of this.
right, Jake.
I'm sure Vault-Tec won't mind. And there we are. We may have to adapt and substitute a few parts, but now we'd be able to build as many sensors as we want. No more scavenging for them. This is a real game changer. Good find, Slick. But I reckon we've still not uncovered everything that's here yet. Let's keep looking around.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. So what have I not found? There's a bunch of stuff. All right, I've got to somehow get in that room because that's where my quest marker is. All right, so let's go see if I can get over there. A lot of good loot here. And let's activate
Jake.
All right, so now we're flying. We're flying.
Yeah? Found something? Hello. What have we here?
Okay, so I think I solved the mystery.
Well, how about that? This holotape contains data for the different ASAM variants. You know, plot types. The different things ASAMs can be programmed for. I suspect Vault-Tec planned to copy the software. Let's see. We got residential, agricultural, and industrial.
I bet
hold
we
up
do.
a sec. There's more data here. What the?
What the? Yeah.
Recreational plot? Commercial? Slick, do you know what you just found?
What? What did I find, Jake?
A holotape?
There's data for 4 new plot types here. 4 more things that ASAMs could build. I don't think Robco ever released these variants. At least not to the general public.
There probably
This
a
is
reason
one
for
hell
that.
of a find. I'm gonna have to study this tape. If I could figure out how to transfer new data on the sensors, I'm fairly certain we'll soon have more things to build.
What do you mean you're only fairly certain?
Well,
Yeah.
as you know, ASAMs come pre-programmed with 3 plot types. To change what it builds, you just select the right settings. Easy enough once you know how. But I have no idea how you transfer new plot data onto an ASAM. But don't worry, I'll figure it out.
Sounds great.
I never thought we'd find something like this here. I wonder what more's
Me
hidden
neither.
around this place.
I was a little worried about
Come on, let's
completeness.
keep looking.
Okay. And we don't need to take that. All right. Search everything down here. There's tons of stuff. All right. Now I gotta find the next part. Okay. All right. Hit the circuit breaker. There we go. Good old Molly. We've powered up the equipment.
Uh-huh.
What's all that ruckus about?
Uh-oh.
Would you look at this thing? What were Vault-Tec trying to do here? And what's that noise it's making? Ugh, must be something wrong with it. All right, let's take a closer look here.
Okay. Nothing. Okay, so I moved out of his way.
Huh.
Yeah, so
This machine's picking up
quest
some
bugs
kind of
on
radio
Jake.
signal.
By the
Seems
way,
like it's trying to connect to something
there
nearby.
is a named in
Hey,
the
do me a
upstairs.
favor. Go to that table with the ASAMs in the other room.
Okay, table with ASAMs. All right, but there is a guy
All right, there should be a switch
named Monster
there. Flip
that
it
you
off
need
and
to
cut
kill.
the power to the sensors.
Okay.
All right, come on back.
Okay, so far so good. I'm finally making progress again. Ooh, more ammo. Okay, come back.
Hey there.
Yep, that confirms what I thought, all right.
About what?
The signals this machine was picking up. They were coming from those ASAMs. They were emitting the radio signals.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Exactly. I didn't know the sensors could do something like that.
Okay.
Emit a radio signal, that is. But that begs the question. Just what is this thing? Why is it trying to pick up signals from sensors? Just what kind of ASAM technology were Vault-Tec trying to copy here?
Have any ideas?
Not really, no. There's gotta be someone around here to tell us what this machine is. Some notes or documents or something. Take a look around, see what you can find.
All right, off again we go. I am just glad I figured out how to get this thing working. Remember, there's that locked computer. You've got to have the card, the safe access, and the card. The safe access comes from the named ghoul. The card, everything, once you kill that named ghoul upstairs, you can then go nuts down here and just follow Jake's lead. Let Jake lead the way to find things, and that will help you tons. Okay. Well, Molly still looks upset, but she looks a lot better. Okay. Alright, so where is the next part of this? Where are the notes I'm supposed to be looking for? Alright. Search for clues about ASAM technology. Okay. Getting close, people. And of course, okay, test logs, we've already done that one. All right, let's come back here. We've already activated that button. Okay. There we go. Okay, unloading those crates. Okay, let's hope I don't get stuck here. Look for clues, and there's no document, there's no quest marker. But I got this done. Okay, so we're stuck again. Well, I can't say you haven't made you think. Alright, so hit that button. I seem to remember another button. There's this button, which doesn't do anything. I already hit that button. Okay. What am I looking for? Okay. Definitely not it. Okay, the Protectron doesn't have anything going on. There's nothing on the floor. Looted the safe. Alright, so the game is hiding something from me here. I just can't figure out what it is. Alright. That's done. Well, they're not making this one easy, are they? Okay, I've hit all these buttons. Jay, you could be a little bit more help, buddy, but you're not going to be. I'll ask him, though.
I found some technical documents for you.
Really?
Oh, there we go.
Let me take a look.
I must have picked
Well,
those up
I'll be.
someplace.
According to these documents,
Don't
this
know where I
machine
did
is
that, but I
Vault-Tec's
picked up a
attempt
folder.
to
There was
duplicate a comm hub. I mean, it's not exactly a good attempt, but still.
It's
I suppose
interesting.
an effort was made. Not much a rival product, though. Doesn't even seem to work right. I guess after Magnuson stole the hub, Vault-Tec were forced to build their own version with no real reference. You know, if this thing really is a reproduction of a comm hub, I think we actually might be able to use this.
Let's hope.
I'm listening.
We came here looking for another comm hub because the one we've got so badly damaged it won't even turn on. And while it's not exactly what I expected to find here, this Vault-Tec knockoff might still be useful. Call me optimistic, but between this thing and the real comm hub, you might just be able to cobble together something that works.
Glad it turned out well.
That makes two of us. Well, with that, I think we've uncovered everything we can here.
Oh, great.
Okay, let me just take a mental inventory of everything we found. We got the schematics to build our own, and of course,
Okay,
Vault-Tec's
we're gonna
version of a
fast
comm
forward
hub,
through this.
which just might allow us to start repairing the one we've already got. To call this trip productive.
Uh-huh. Hey, I'm here to help.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Well, dare I say, you're the most helpful person I've ever met. All right, I need to start gathering things up. Move everything we found back to the hardware store. Oh, wait, shit! I completely forgot. I meant to go meet up with someone. And I doubt they'll take kindly me blowing them off.
Who is they?
An acquaintance of mine. Actually, it's the guy who got us the info on this place. Said he needed to talk to me once I was done here. Something about some important information he wanted to share. But there's no way I can just leave all this stuff here. Look, I know I'm kind of passing the buck, but could you meet with this fella for me? See what he wants?
I'm sure
I'd
that's
really
gonna go
appreciate
well.
it.
Sure.
Sure, I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. You're a real pal. The fella you need to visit, chances are he wants to sell us some info. And given his past track record, it's probably something useful. So here, take these caps, pay him, and find out what he has to say. Most hours of the day you'll find him in his office, towards the back of the city. Say, not that it's any of my business, but while you're in Diamond City, might be a good time to follow up on any leads you got. You know, on your kid. I understand there's a detective living there.
All right.
Apparently he's one of the
So,
best when it comes to tracking things
I'm
down.
caught back up to where I am in Diamond City.
Yo, thanks for the advice.
Hey, no. All right, time for me to get this stuff back to the hardware store. This should be a fun challenge of logistics.
And we're off to Diamond
Once
City.
you've wrapped up everything with the wrong...
Yaki,
Oh,
yaki,
actually,
yaki.
before you go, you might as well take this. Here. That's a copy of the ASAM schematics. With that, you can now build your own sensors. As long as you got the parts.
Interesting. Okay, we're gonna take that.
Thank you.
I won't blame you if you want to... Anyway, I'll see you later. Good luck out there.
Oh my goodness, we got it done. All right, so that's that end of that quest, hub of the problem. Remember, this terminal here, with the key from the ghoul upstairs, will get you past this. And we got a new quest, the coolest cat, and talk to the Ron. All right, excellent. I'm going to go ahead and port back to Sanctuary, get some of this garbage out of my inventory, and I'll join you on the next quest, the coolest cat. So that's it for today. Old Gaming Guru out. Glad I could solve this one. And don't forget to look if you're having problems completing this quest. Follow Jay. Don't lead him. Let him lead you. Talk to him occasionally. And also, most importantly, is take a look at some of the notes that are out there by other players, because there are some bugs for this quest. But that's it for this episode. Old Gaming Guru out.